All right, everybody. Hi, my name is Dr. Kristel, and I am here today to tell you about some core reasons of why we supplement. And I want you to get back to the basics of health. If you're going to be healthy, wouldn't it make sense that you need to have a basic foundation of health before you start adding in all kinds of things? So I want you to know that one of the best things that you can do for a healthy foundation is to make sure that you're giving your body and supporting your body with basic minerals and vitamins. So growing up, I always was told I needed to have a great multivitamin. Anybody else? Anybody else had a multivitamin that you took through the years, right? Everyone's like, oh, I need a multivitamin. And nowadays I see people and I kind of chuckle because I'll see people eating gummies. These little gummy vitamins, like they had to make them look like sugary things for us to eat them. Now, I want you to know that there's this premise that we're like standing on a fence because most of uh our vitamins, multivitamins and minerals have you standing on the edge of the fence where you're either going to take a step off into illness or you're going to take a step off into health. Now that kind of seems silly to stand right on the fence, right on that line, because one thing can come around and knock you either way. So what I love is the subscription product of the week is Optimal M and Optimal V, standing for optimal minerals, optimal vitamins. Now, the reason why you would want to choose them is because optimal means we're going to get you way over into the healthy side with your minerals and vitamins. We're going to create a solid foundation for your health and then build upon that. Does that make sense? So why would you want to take minerals? So minerals are needed. Think about this. The word supplement. It means we should be getting it from somewhere else. And then this is in addition to, right? So we should be getting our minerals and vitamins as nourishment and nutrients from our food. But you and I both know that foods are not the same as they used to be. A tomato from the 1950s is not a tomato from 2024. Heck, it's not even the one from 2000s because now we have all these GMO seeds, genetically modified seeds. So our vegetables don't have in them what they need. Our soil is depleted of the vitamins that would help the plants grow. And so we need to supplement with supplementation. So we need minerals. Think of bones. We need trace elements. Think of your nervous system. Think of your muscles. Think of the cell itself and how it fires. None of those are at their peak performance without minerals and vitamins. So for the bones, we need to have a core calcium. We know that we need calcium, but we don't need to drink it from milk that comes with hormone disruptors. If we built in calcium with our supplementation, we would be getting great calcium. Now, our nervous system needs copper to function. How does your brain tell every organ in your body how to work? Through your nerves. So I need my nerves to have copper to be able to function. Well, where are you getting copper from? You would be getting it with Optimal M if you were using them, or you were using a multivitamin. Our muscles need magnesium. So many times I hear people talking about having leg cramps or restless leg syndrome. And a lot of times that's just a flashing light to me that they do not have enough magnesium. They need a great core vitamin mineral. So with the subscription product of the week being Optimal M and V, I want you to know that those are formulated to have the highest quality minerals and vitamins. In fact, we harvest our trace elements, our trace minerals from the Great Salt Lake. How cool is that? We aren't just giving you synthetic. We want you to give you actual nutrients. So we know that there's thousands of studies out there that say you need to supplement, but if you're gonna supplement, I want you to supplement with the best. You've got to have those chemical building blocks for the strong foundation. So I want you to also know that these are gluten-free. They're halal certified. But if you're a vegetarian, I want you to know that this even comes in a veggie capsule. Now, they look very similar because bottle 1 is blue for minerals, bottle 2 is green for vitamins. And so if you poured them into your hand, you'd be like, which is which? Well, the vitamin has a little green symbol on it. Do you know that that dye is made using chlorophyll from plants? Because why would we go add chemicals to our product after giving you the very best? So we've got chlorophyll on there. In our minerals, we have 32 minerals, trace elements, enzymes, and superfoods. So how do I take the mineral? Twice, 2. I need 2. Vitamins, you need 1. 2 and 1. Think of that. 2 minerals, 1 vitamin. So I want you to take these on a full stomach because your body will absorb, and sometimes they can give you a little bit of a queasy stomach if you take it on an empty stomach. So this is after you eat, take 2 minerals, 1 vitamin. Now in your vitamins, you're going to get 17 different vitamins. But what I want you to know is these are phytonutrients. They're real foods. They're not synthetic vitamins. And our B12 is not derived from an animal product. So it is a vegetarian source of methylcobalamin. That is really important to my vegetarians and to my vegans. It also makes it halal as well as non-GMO as before. So you're going to have the full spectrum of vitamins. You're going to have antioxidants, the phytonutrients, plus micronutrients. And all of these, here's what's different. We want to make sure that they're properly portioned to be in the perfect ratios of what your body needs for optimum health. Remember, we're not going to stand on the line and hope we don't fall ill. We're going to push us all the way over into optimal health with optimal M and V. We also have some bromelain in there, which helps a slow digestive system who's just trying to begin to get healthy. We're going to help you along with the digestion process with the bromelain. So that's a digestive enzyme. And then I love that this has a mala fruit. This is a fun one. This is called Indian gooseberry to some, but it helps with how your body breaks down sugar, helps your blood sugar stay level. It also supports your appetite. So what if some of these things that you've been struggling with in your regular lifestyle was simply because you were deficient in minerals and vitamins? So start with the basics and then add the other good things. So that's why you want to make optimal M and V's a part of your everyday routine. So that's all I have for you today in regards to optimal M and V. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. And we'll see you back next week with some more knowledge in health. Bye for now.